Welcome everyone. This is an energy forecast for the year 2022. All right. So I hear you will notice the changes that are coming up. I also see that some of you will know in advance and be able to see other changes that will be occurring before they happen. And I hear that around March. It's almost as if some of you are like sitting up on a boulder, able to perceive what's happening, where things are changing and how things are being rearranged. I also see a lot of financial fruitfulness and groundedness for many, which might is surprising me that I'm saying that right now, but I'm getting that. And I feel very much like April, people will be feeling that, like, I feel financially, fiscally secure, or I feel like I've grown a lot. I feel very grounded, supported. So there will be that confidence coming in. All right, they said the world has layers. Funny because we do too. We peel away the layers, all right? But the world has layers, and they're saying she has layers of understanding. And she says that this is Gaia, she says that she has laid the foundation. She's laid the foundation for you, but you must know that there are other layers beneath what you are stepping on, what you are seeing, what you think is the way it is or how it's going to be. Understand that there are other circumstances and consequences and considerations to be made for what you have the ability to do, experience, enjoy. So be respectful, be mindful, all right? In other words, okay, here's Gaia, and there's that rumbling around, right? That crystalline core just rumbling around. So there's lots of thoughts and activities going on inside of her. She's her own being. She's a sentient being, and she is growing and evolving and changing, and she's cleaning and clearing her energy. So she's just saying, be mindful of all of this. Things are timely. Things are timely. It's not meant to be to frighten anyone as much as to make you realize that you need to be considerate. Every action has a reaction. There are consequences. So, yeah. She said, get on board the soul train. All right. Your soul knows why you're here. Your soul came here with a specific mission. Follow the soul train. I like that. Yeah, that nice. I feel like there's going to be a nice breath of fresh air, a renewal and a regeneration. Unfortunately, I feel like that's why that reminder is coming, where we go, oh, everything's fine, so I can just go back and do like I was, or I don't need to care, or I don't need to be mindful, and we do. We do need to be mindful. Kind of like moms and dads. Moms and dads know everything that's going on. They just don't share everything with you as you're growing up. They knew when you snuck out. They knew when you took money that you shouldn't have taken. They knew when you didn't go where you said you were going. So Mother Earth is the same way. She knows. And there are some things that she knows we need to find out on our own, through our own struggles and trials and tribulations. And so you either learn easy or you learn the difficult way. So she's saying be mindful, because there are consequences to everything. I do see, it's funny because they showed me a trailer hitch, but they said that I do feel like I'm seeing a lot of not so much an exodus, like people just this great exodus out of the state, but I do see people moving, changing, making changes, leaving one location for another location. Not consistently, but like we're taking our things and we're going to a new location. And not necessarily to escape, but because maybe the energy of that location feels quieter, feels different. It feels more congruent with who they are. But I don't feel it as like this mass exodus sort of a thing, as much as just people are they're making some changes in their lives with their locations. They said because where they live has to match their frequency, their energy, like what they love, what they enjoy, what their energy needs. Some people love being in a crowded location. Others need open country. Some people love the ocean. Some people love the mountains. So, um, yeah. So you'll see people moving and going, but they'll be going to places where they're in resonance with these other energies, and there'll be a lot of changes as a result. They're just showing all these wonderful changes. Okay, the beginning of the year, I hear who's supporting us. So I feel like we will be all hearing who's supporting us, like who's going to support us. And we will see those that will realize that they've been chained to something, looking for something else or someone else to support them, and realizing, oh, I have to support myself. And then there's also, I see others where it's like, who's supporting us in terms of who's supporting the things that are going to help support everyone else, whether it's our elderly or our children, housing, etc., some of the basic things. And I feel like there's going to be more structures built up to support the infrastructures of the nation, not the country, the countries or the states within, but the nation. And well, they said nations. So for the nations, so how they work congruently together as well. There are bridges of hope. There will be more of a, rather than people joining in fighting, people joining in hope, building bridges that lock over one another for hope. Where we're going to make these good changes and you're going to make them too, and we're going to do it together, and those kinds of things. I do feel there will be some sort of a collective around money. I don't know if I'm seeing Bitcoin or just gold coin, or just money and coin in general, gold, or money finances in general. I kind of get a hit on cryptocurrency. That there will be some cryptocurrency support. This is really different, but that's fine. I don't need to know everything, of course. They tell me when they tell you. So I feel like we're going to hear about that by the 6th month, at least by June or so. We'll be hearing more about that. I do see that there will be some concerns around our vegetables, that the vegetables are rotten or spoiling or not. I hear something about, okay, they're talking about greenhouse gases. But I feel like vegetables are molding faster, and maybe they'll go into more of a hydroponic or a different way of growing them, because there's would be a consistent kind of issue going on with that. I also feel that the insects, there might be an issue there with insects that will have to be addressed in terms of how they are, how we're needing to manage them so that we can grow what we need to grow at the same time as well. When I ask about the whole year again, they go newer notices, like newer notices, newer things to notice. So lots of awareness, lots of like, I mean, they're not telling me like technology or like artificial intelligence, anything like that. Just newer notices, like, wow, that's different. But I feel okay. I feel inspired by it. Like, that's a good change. That's a good shift. I do see a lot of things being uncovered as well. Things that were hidden will be coming out with banking specifically. That will be later on, October-ish. So we'll be ready for that. Maybe some bankruptcies, etc. So, yeah, that's interesting. I'm asking about health, not COVID specifically, but health. And I hear health and welfare of the nation. I hear something about some schools will be closed. I don't feel like a whole shutdown that I'm getting here. I just feel like some schools will be closed. Perhaps communities with differing opinions, so they'll just be getting the Zoom kind of teaching. That will be an option. I do still feel people will be enraged around health. It's a general malaise and frustration and confusion. It's almost like that confusion and that is creating more, it's like building energy. It's making it more confused, like a lattice of confusion. Okay, they said we need to believe in the things we do not know. We don't know everything. And it's in the knowing that we realize the truth. Wow. Okay. So let me just get a whole sweep for the whole 2022. I hear something about the populace. At first I thought they were going to say popularity, but the populace. The greater good. Things are going to be done for the greater good, and but there'll be some options there. But I also see that dreams will be realized, and it's this thing with confusion. It's like those that can't complain. It's almost as if you took the complaining away from those that think they're confused or seem to be confused, that they wouldn't know how to change because they've gotten so used to being confused and complaining. And it's vapid, mindless. They're not even awake to their thoughtlessness. That they're not, they said they're not aware of what they're plugged into. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. I feel like near the end of next year we'll be able to do more traveling. That it will be we'll be on more solid ground. It'll be like, okay, we see things shifting and changing, and like I feel secure and safe to travel and do things I want to do. Yeah. Well, I hear don't let things swallow us up as a whole. So if one's hurting, everybody's going to be hurting. If one's wounded, everybody will be wounded. So, yeah, keep your energy in a good space, and, I said all of you with a sense of knowing can just feel into the energies of calmness. That you can feel into that space where nothing is ever changed, where everything is simpatico, where it's just pure energy. Yeah. All right. Thank you all so very much. Happy 2020.